So, at last, the final battle. When you're ready to fight, select me. So you can't go to the dual maps or any of the other places, because you just gotta fight the Millennium Star. That's what we're doing now.
Don't know why you have all these options if you can't use them.
So, let's begin.
Alright.
And we just follow the Millennium Star down into this pit,
There's
where
no
we
elevator.
get a mini-game.
Oh.
The Stardust Battle. Gather up the falling stars that land and throw them at the Millennium Star.
What?
So, this is the first minigame that we're seeing in the actual videos here. Because, it's actually part of the story mode you play this minigame. It's a boss fight.
Huh.
So, here we are. In Final Destination. There's the Millennium Star.
Ho, ho,
Ho,
ho.
ho, ho. And we got our controls of run around, and we jump, and we got B for grab and throw. And the stars come down, and they're burning red, but when they're not burning red, you pick them up, and then you pick them up, and you throw them, and you hit the Millennium Star with a star, and that's what you do. But then if you get hit by a star, then you've lost. One hit, and you're out. And it's bad. What an untidy mess. You cannot be called the greatest superstar in the universe. If you really want me to, I can give you one more chance.
No.
In that case, farewell. I don't want another chance. But then I do want another chance.
Not last, the final battle. Well, I was kind of hoping the story would end there with the Millennium Star leaving and everyone feeling stupid for having done this.
Yep. So this took me a couple of tries.
Oh. Why is there mercury?
We'll see that when I actually get my winning run.
Okay.
Also, you get a rank for this. Based on how much time it took you. That's why. There's a timer up top.
So you need to get S rank?
So you don't need to get all S ranks, but I did.
Okay.
Because that's me. So here's my actual winning run. So we start out where we've got this kind of very slow, easy start. You get 5 stars that come down. There is a note that it gives in the advice that while the star is still glowing red on the ground, you cannot touch it. It will still burn. And then you'll take the hit, so you gotta wait for it to cool down. So after 2 hits, it switches, and this ground slows you down. You move slower while you are here. And then it gets more stars falling that you gotta avoid, and they fall with less time between them. So this is kind of nifty. Having like the mini-game boss fight here at the end. And then after that, it switches to ice. And you get even more stars coming down with the rapid fire falling shot. There is one thing that I'm not sure I actually showed off here. If you touch the Millennium Star yourself, you will get stunned briefly. You won't lose, but like you'll be stunned and probably get hit by a
oh shit, you murdered him.
star. Yeah, I fucking explode him. He's going Nova. And I got the S rank.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, if you don't hit him with one of the stars, he will, like, go back to hovering after a little bit.
And repeat that phase.
And yeah, if you get it through without missing any cycles, then you get S rank. I think you can miss one cycle and still get S rank. Anyway,
that's what this one
make
wants.
me the greatest superstar in the universe. That's what we want. That's what we've been doing this whole time. This vaguely defined thing. And it's like, he just kind of gently nudges, but unfortunately, I'm not the real Millennium Star! I'm sorry!
What?
He's not the real Millennium Star.
What does that even mean?
The Millennium Star that shows up every 1,000 years. He's not that. He just pretended to be. But then this happens?
This is...
Allow me to introduce myself. I am the true Millennium Star. This looks more like a newborn than that thing.
Yeah.
I've seen all you've been doing here, inside Tumble's head.
Freaky. Freakier that he's okay with it.
You've done a great job making it this far, Mario. So, I shall send you back to the real world. Say goodbye to the toy chest.
Wait, we're in a toy chest?
And it goes and uses its immense Millennium Star magic powers to send us back outside of the toy box. Here we are. And you can clearly see from here that the map around here, this is clearly the area from Super Mario 64. This is that castle that they must have just rebuilt. Congratulations, Mario. You really are the greatest superstar in the universe.
Whoa! You hear that?
Mario's the superstar!
Mario's the superstar.
He causes explosions.
So, at the end of all of this, the Millennium Star has declared Mario is the greatest superstar in the universe. Does anyone care?
Your star rank is Miracle Star.
Yep, that's what, that you get a star rank based on, what your total star levels are across. Sidebar will list what all of the star ranks are if I can find them on the internet.
Then if not, then whatever.
Then, oh well. But, yeah, and then we get our credits. We've won. That's story mode done.
The Millennium Star is just gonna sit in here.
And there's the fake Millennium Star, there goes Tumble, and the Millennium Star is now ascending back into the sky, because this Millennium Star, the real one, never agreed to, like, let anybody own it. We did this entire thing just to get this newborn star to acknowledge us with a bullshit title that has no meaning. This entire story is stupid and pointless.
It's more stupid than a lot of the stories.
Yeah! Like, I really feel like Mario Party 3's story falls flat in a lot of ways. It has, like, no stakes from the beginning. It has no stakes at the end. It's a completely meaningless event that just happens. And the only reason it happens is because everyone's assholes.
Yeah.
They argue about who is the best among them.
Again,
For
despite...
the third time.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the second time was propaganda as a play that they put on, but it was still, like, it was a thing that they would do.
Chief Programmers, board game.
Because there's different
No, the
sections.
board game programmed it.
Yeah, okay. And system programmed.
Yeah. Waluigi with his rose.
Waluigi's.
Or is that his nose?
That's his nose. His very big red nose.
Nose, rose. To Waluigi, it's all the same.
So, yeah, this, I really feel like this game just, like I said, it kind of falls flat compared to the previous ones, especially because each board does not have anything going on.
Ah, it's Bowser.
Like,
Bowser's the senior art director.
in Mario Party 1 and 2, each board was something happening. You go to the board and, oh no, there's something we need to do. There's some mystery we need to solve. There's some people we need to help. There's some evil Bowser thing happening here.
There's a cake that doesn't have decorations.
Something is happening. In this game, you go to a board because you're playing the board game.
But
There
it's legendary.
is nothing about that board. Like, there's no event happening there. There's no story to that board. It's just, here you are, in this board. Walk around.
Legendary.
Walk around this board and play the game.
The legendary board.
That's all you're doing. So, none of the boards feel particularly memorable to me in this game compared to the others. It just kind of happens.
There was a desert that was...
Spinny or spiny, one of
yeah,
those.
I couldn't tell which.
But, yeah. Though there are some things at least that we can kind of infer from the story and kind of get here.
Okay.
Like, the basic events of what happened. Bowser, like I said, I'm pretty sure Bowser set up the toy box with the board game as a way to distract the group that is there having their relaxation time. And was going to do something, but just kind of fell into this stupid toy box plot that the fake Millennium Star came up with.
And then got his ass kicked by Waluigi.
And I'm just thinking, like, this fake Millennium Star comes down. It's just a random fucking star spirit that wants to feel important. That comes down and is like, oh, this is the time when the Millennium Star shows up. I'm gonna pretend to be the Millennium Star. I'm gonna crash down into the planet and make some people play games and fight for me. They're gonna fight each other and I'm gonna enjoy it. And then he fucks off at the end because he just doesn't actually...
I don't think he was expecting anyone to actually try.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting anyone to win every single match. Like that, so,
Alas, Mario was a true superstar.
So, yeah, and he fucks off, and probably we never see him again. He's off in the
We don't even know his real name.
No, we didn't.
Not like this guy.
His name is Belltop.
Also, Lakitu was here in this game.
So yeah, back to Bowser. Like, he just kind of... Bowser's behavior in this game is a little off. A little weird. I think it's just because, like, he didn't have a plan coming in here. He, like, had a vague idea of a plan, but then when the Millennium Star here shows up, it's like, well, what am I doing here? I'm trying to make the Millennium Star acknowledge me so I can control its power. Does it really even have that much power? Is this even the Millennium Star? Maybe Bowser suspected something like that. But, like, he had to go through with it because, you know, he had this plot he triggered that went out of his control, and he's kind of trying to catch up from there. So he jumps in the toy box, and he's chasing them, and he's late, and eventually, like, catches up to them. But, like, he's just off balance, so, like, they just ask him to move out of the way, and he's like, okay, because he's actually a nice guy. He's like, he only acts like an asshole when he's fighting his enemies. So, like, when he's caught off guard, he defaults to just normal behavior, which is just polite.
He's also a poet.
Yeah, he's very poetic. And, like, I think that probably also fed into that fight with Waluigi, and the fact that he got knocked into the stratosphere by Daisy. That, like, he's just off balance this whole time. He's not at his best. So he's just, when he's being in an active conflict, he just doesn't do too well. He just falls flat. So, and like, Daisy and Waluigi, they weren't in the party to begin with. They weren't invited to the original get-together.
Yeah.
They showed up and just entered the toy box of their own volition.
Weird.
For some reason. Like, Daisy, I guess, like, went in because there's something interesting going on here. Maybe, like, she was supposed to meet with Peach, have some kind of meeting between different rulers of allied nations, and, you know, saw this toy box and fell in with magic.
Toad, the toad named Toad, was like, they're in the toy box. I know that sounds weird.
They're in the toy box, and
There's a living die.
A Millennium Star? The Millennium Star came down. You know, that thing that happens every 1,000 years that we all know about? And so she went in the toy box to join
Oh,
it.
Star.
And then Waluigi. And as you can see, Daisy and Waluigi are here. They were not just toy box constructs. They're here at the end, afterwards. And then Tumble is no longer animate. It's just a die again.
Good.
And here's that board game, and there's a cocktail with a little orange slice.
That is an incredibly dull box.
Yep. Bowser did not have to put that much effort into that. And that's everything we've got right now.
Okay.
Tune in tomorrow where we'll get to actually the backtracking, showing off things before that I missed on the maps with the story mode and the dual maps and such.
And then minigames.
Yeah!